across the sea. Well, I don't like the loneliness, but it sure is good to be free. The side pipes glide along the side as the stacks roll black as coal, and trucking through the night like thunder we do roll. The drive wheels dig in this rock and roll rig as the side pipes sing its tune. Cross the River Dee at 3:15 as the lights shine up the moon. Send an Instagram off the needle hand, pointing straight down at your knee. The reefer, the can of the bulker man, and a skateboard south 83. Like a road train in the Hammer Lane, northbound, over and down. On the 68, running late, changing down through Castleside town. Hauling loads and going to truck shows, I tune up, gig and drive. Then follow the throttle, we be rocking back down to 75. And here's to all the truckers on highways near and far, hauling grains by any means to where we are. Right, Joe Skinner, well, this is the goose. I'm gonna take her home, I'm gonna break her loose. Truck and roll in the open road in the boat across the sea. Well, I don't like the loneliness, but it sure is good to be free. The side pipes glide along the side as the stacks roll black as coal, and trucking through the night like thunder we do roll. Over Edinburgh like a flying trucker down to 77 Ted. From Glastonbury to JCB, make the 11 at a Holyhead. From Portrush, fuel in Lusk, around the M50. Overweight with freight, tipping Cork late, in Galway we reload. From in Snowman, this is the Trans Am, calls a bandit on the 19. All the way from the USA to help light up this convoy. On Channel 19 we were clean and green, the curtains fly as we drive. With the window down and that V8 sound, sure good to be alive. And here's to all the truckers on highways near and far, hauling drinks by any means to where we are. Right, Joe Rigger, well I got me a gig, so I'm gonna keep rolling in this rock and roll rig. Truck and roll in the open road in the boat across the sea. Well, I don't like the loneliness, but it sure is good to be free. The side pipes glide along the side as the stacks roll black as coal, and trucking through the night like thunder we do roll. Truck and roll in the open road in the boat across the sea. Well, I don't like the loneliness, but it sure is good to be free. The side pipes glide along the side as we truck for another load, and trucking through the night like thunder we do roll. Slip the clutch in the bull-nose truck, I'm heading for the boat. Well, I never say goodbye to the woman this time, and I left for a note. Well, I'm up 3 steps in heaven, well, on the highway to hell. And I know it'll be a while before I say goodbye, 'cause I know you're looking well. Hey! It was just my luck to be given the truck with an eaglet of a load, and vespers and a hammer, an adjustable spanner, and a roaring V8 stove. The tachograph was turning black as I passed the London eye, with one eye on the road and the other on the phone, took a selfie passing by. Hauling chains and cranes on roads and lanes, and slurrying money by the ton, blowing their horn loud, going through the towns and starting to run their run. Hauling wood and grub on the stubble dry tub as the road was rubbing the flaps. Well, there was a good laugh to a brook a half shaft and busted the gearbox. 50 ton plus and 40 foot behind, 24/7 on the 019, and baby, I'm coming back to you. Slip the clutch in the bull-nose truck, I'm heading for the boat. Well, I never say goodbye to the woman this time, but I left for a note. Well, I'm up 3 steps in heaven, well, on the highway to hell, and I know it'll be a while before I say goodbye, 'cause I know you're looking well. Slap some grace on the 5th wheel face, and legs and pipes and lights. Go on the Deliffy in Dublin City like New York City at night. hauling for the council with airbags bouncing, the tipping ram still up. Had to tip the load while still on the go, cause I hadn't got time to stop. Hauling mail and grain of boats and trains and oil and fags and drink, and driving like hell instead of self-propel and hoping she don't sink. If your luck runs out, come home on the bounce and get Superhampton boots. Buy a loaf and a V8 coat and 20 lamps for the roof. 50 ton plus and 40 foot behind, 24/7 on the 0 and 9. And baby, I'm coming back to you. Slip the clutch and the button, no stuck, I'm heading for the boat. Well, I never said goodbye to the woman this time, but I left for a note. Well, I'm up 3 steps in heaven, well on the highway to hell, and I know it'll be a while before I say goodbye, cause I know you're looking well. Hey! Doing the tunnel down the M1 when the limiter fuse did melt. When a woman rang and said sorry tang, but you know I met someone else. With 2 chrome stacks rolling up the back on the bang flat out in top. My only fear in an understeer, would I get her stopped at dead dock? Roger, honey, got the hammer to the floor, and if that's your 20, that's a big 10-4. But baby, I'm still coming back to you. Slip the clutch and the button, no struck, I'm heading for the boat. Well, I never said goodbye to the woman this time, but I left for a note. Well, I'm up 3 steps in heaven, well on the highway to hell, and I know it'll be a while before I say goodbye, cause I know you're looking well. Hey! Rear, heading for beer, sideways down the line. With all the wires sticking at the tires, and we'll hope to make it on time. With all this power and miles per hour, for no one we will slow. Except the girl in town that wagged me down when she had me at oh. Listening to the turbo as it whistles like a breeze, and the engine taking over like a mouse eating cheese. As I sunk that worn-out throttle, and I hear the engine roar like a lion in the jungle to a kitten's little paw. Well, I went adrift after welding the diff when the lights did turn to green. When this lovely lass, well, she tried to pass, well, the like I never seen. Well, she did grin when we started to spin, when the smoke got a little much. Well, she says you're not a love bun rubber, but I think that is your clutch. But I love the way you roll. Steer the rear, heading for beer, sideways down the line. With all the wires sticking out the tires, and we'll hope to make it on time. With all this power and miles per hour, for no one we will slow. Except the girl in town that wagged me down when she had me at oh. Here we go! Listening to the bubbles of the radiator boil, the fan belt is screaming and the bearings roar out for oil. Well, you will hear it coming as she is piped with chrome, for cruising through the tunnels and rolling into King of the Cone. Injection, twin cam turbo, nitro nose remap. She is that low, she's kissing the road, let's head to town for a lap. Well, the temperature hand is rising and the fuel hand goes drop, but only for she with a nice set of wheels, it never would have stopped. And this is how we roll. Steer the rear, heading for beer, sideways down the line. With all the wires sticking at the tires, and we'll hope to make it on time. With all this power and miles per hour, for no one we will slow. Except the girl in town that wagged me down when she had me at oh. Steer the rear, heading for beer, sideways down the line. With all the wires sticking at the tires, and we'll hope to make it on time. With all this power and miles per hour, for no one we will slow. Except the girl in town that wagged me down when she had me at oh. Alright. Lifting, sewing, bailing, drawing, hauling,
stacking, plowing, crashing, tipping, rapping, tail doors flapping, sucking, diesel, cutting, trucking, spreading, piping, double clutching, spinning, sliding, digging, rigging, raring, tearing, losing, win. Oh, hit the diff and pray that she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with party hats, I'm heading for the say. They thought that we were quitting. Well, when the sun went down, with a flame from the pipe that drove all night to the fuel it ran out. Oh, give me a yoke with plenty of poke on a can of easy start, and 1,500 acres hauling 40 ton of grass. I said goodbye before July to the woman in an awful rush, and it was near Christmas before I got back in touch. I found a set, but I had no brakes, couldn't keep it cool. With loads of power, I was behind an hour, so I give them pump a screw.